folks understand that singing, music making for that matter, is really about listening, then they have overcome the major obstacle. As soon as you can hear what a pitch should be, you can then bring yourself to sing that pitch, and from there you're singing. The most difficult thing for folks to, I think, overcome when it comes to singing is that inhibition that they can't do it. It's a little bit like public speaking that way. Folks who are really afraid of getting up and speaking in front of public are generally not comfortable with the idea that they should sing. But the key to it is being able to hear pitch, match that pitch, and then anyone, and I mean anyone, can learn to sing. One of the strategies, or one of the, I'll call it a trick, I guess, that I use, is that I have two people stand next to each other, and I'll have them listen to each other sing. Now, the rest of the class, let's say, is listening as well. And what I'll ask the rest of the class is, how many voices do you hear? At the point that you're hearing one voice, you will have accomplished the idea of listening. Most of us tend to want to hear the sound of our own voices, whether we're speaking or singing. The most difficult thing to do when singing in a group is to be willing to listen to and blend with the person next to you. Now, there's a bunch of technical things we need to do around the formation of a vowel and phrasing, but at the heart of it is me listening to the person's pitch next to me and matching it. One of them has to be right. That's a given, but then it needs to be matched so that you get a total blended sound. I would start by saying you cannot sing harmony until you can sing in unison. And a lot of folks will want to jump. You know, it's a little bit like learning to walk before you can crawl, or learning to run before you can walk. If you can't manage pitch and you can't manage singing a melody line properly, you'll never get to the point of singing in harmony properly. It's just not going to work. Now, the second half of singing in harmony is understanding the distance and or the relationship to the pitch you're singing against. There are three pieces here. The second piece is understanding that relationship. That doesn't need to be complex, and I've watched too many teachers try to make it a complex operation. The essence of it is that whether it's a third you're singing, or a sixth that you're singing, or a minor second that you're singing, you need to hear what the relativity is between those two, and you need to train not only yourself, but you need to be able to train the person you're singing with to be able to hold against the note you're singing. So it really becomes a group dynamic. The third piece of it, and this is the part that I'm actually working with at this conference, the context within a chord. The ukulele being played while we sing is a tremendous asset, because you've got the melody, probably, in most cases, you've got the melody someplace in the chord that you're playing. You've also got your harmony pitches someplace in the chord you're playing. And if you can zero in hearing where your note should be in relation to that chord, then it makes all the difference. My earliest music playing was playing the accordion. I had to learn to play by ear. I played by ear. I had to learn which bass accompanying pitch and chord accompanied what I was playing melodically on the right hand. What a tremendous insight, because now when I listen to a vocal line, I don't hear a melody. I hear a melody and a harmony. Because I can hear the melody and the harmony, I can then sing the part that I want to sing out of it. If I don't focus on the chord, then, as an example, I might sing a third above a pitch that's not in the chord. Then it's not doing what I want it to do. So harmony is as simple as being able to sing in unison, then be able to understand the relationship between your pitch and the pitch you're singing with, and ultimately to be able to hear within the context of a chord. Don't accept what's not good. I mean, it sounds like a really simple answer, but too often when we hum and strum, we'll just accept that it's there. We just did a session where the folks involved listened to themselves not sing a section of an ending together. We could have just gone past it, but instead what I said was, well, can you fix it? Well, unanimously, yes, of course. What do you need to do? We need to listen better. Well, I was the ultimate arbiter on whether or not we were going to accept what we did or whether we were going to move it to fix it. Once I made the decision as the leader of that group, they all bought in. They were ready to fix it. I just needed to say, let's do this. It's not right. So again, I'm saying something over again. The ear of the director, the ear of the group leader has to be in tune with what's going on. If something is wrong, they get to choose whether to accept it or fix it. If they accept it, they're going to move on. If they fix it, they're going to move on and sound better. The person that's the leader really dictates whether or not the group can expand, grow, or whether it's going to stagnate. I have to be better as a leader in order for the group to be better. Therefore, I know exactly what it takes for folks to be able to sing in unison properly, in harmony properly. And then I employ the uke. Notice the order. And then I employ the uke. I understand how the uke works as a chordal instrument. I apply that to the singing. So if I'm in first position C, and I want 4 parts, I may not choose that harmony. I may go to bar C on the 3rd fret because the harmony works more effectively. If I don't know that there's a second way to play a C chord and a third way to play a C chord, then I can't possibly get the group to be where they could ultimately arrive. So the better I understand the instrument, the better I understand what it takes to sing in 4 parts, the more capable they will be of doing it. And by and large, if you break it down to simple steps, any group can very quickly go into 4-part harmony and do it effectively.